is Tanya, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another speed build and to another installment of the Squish. I actually have no idea what I'm titling this build, but it is a tiny house in Strangerville, so it might be something along those lines. And this was actually because I've been wanting to build on this lot again for a while, because it's been a long time. I think I haven't built on it since Strangerville first came out earlier this year. And I also got a suggestion to use the windows and doors that came with the update a few weeks back, these more arched windows and doors, because they're really pretty, and I've actually used them quite a few times so far because I love them. But you asked me to use them again. Yes, I'm totally up for that. So we're just building a tiny house here in Strangerville using those windows and doors, and it's also only base game in Strangerville. I don't know why, which I guess it's a good thing. I've kind of gone crazy today, and I sat down and I built a bunch of things that are limited pack builds. So one of them posted yesterday when you're seeing this, and then this one's out today, and I built another one that's a limited pack build, which I'm very excited to share as well. And then just a really weird build that I'm excited to show you guys later this week. I was just having a lot of fun building today. I was feeling very inspired, which is really cool because there were like no videos last weekend because I was just kind of in a slump and not in a good mental space. So it's really awesome to be back and, you know, building and really enjoying it because it's my favorite thing to do, and it's really weird when you don't feel like doing your favorite thing. So we're back. So the outside of this house has pretty much come together. I really enjoyed making this like makeshift chimney on the side, but having glass in it instead. I thought that was kind of cool, whether it's just a fun architectural piece or maybe it used to be a chimney and now it's not. I'm not really sure, but I liked the idea of having this really fun tiny home in this trailer park. So that's what we are doing, and this house comes in at about 26,000 simoleons. So it's pretty affordable. It's not quite a starter home, so you might have to save up a little bit before you move in here because this is only fit for one sim. I really do want to do more tiny houses that are for more than one sim, but I feel like unless it's only two and they're a couple, it's really difficult to make them still tiny in the game because we don't have proper lofts. And obviously you can make a loft, but not like a tiny house loft, so you know, I do want to do some more of the larger family homes, not larger family homes, but like 3 or 4 sims in a tiny house sometime soon. It's been a while. I did an 8 sim tiny house a few months back, and that was really fun. And I still feel like I kind of made that pretty small, so it is possible. But right now we're just fiddling with the outside. I used some of these rocks that are from the Show Live Edit Objects cheat. I really like using the stones from that. I feel like I've been using them a lot lately, but nothing wrong with that. And then we're going to be adding this rounded piece up on top of the deck just to have a little bit of extra fencing up there. And I have no idea, like, there's no point to it, but I like how it looks. So that's what we did here. And I just think it's a little bit something extra to make it more architecturally interesting. So that's what that is. And I thought about adding some more lines across it, but in the end, I thought it was better to just have the simple outside shape. And now we're going to fiddle with the outside wallpapers because I feel like I always struggle when I'm limited to mostly base game or only base game for exteriors because a lot of my go-to wallpapers are not from base game. And the Strangerville ones were not really the vibe I was going for the outside of this house. I just really wanted to build on this lot. So, I mean, this does use some stuff from Strangerville, but a majority of it, I believe, is from base game. So, even if you don't have Strangerville, this will probably have most of what you need if you place it. Because Strangerville didn't come with a bunch of, like, necessary items. Like, some of the landscaping will be missing, and then some of the paintings and stuff inside. I don't think I have anything in here that's necessary items that are from Strangerville. So, it should be all good in that regard. We used this lovely green bed from base game. We're going to shove it into the wall a little bit later, but I wanted to put some plants over in this full glass area. I thought that'd be kind of cute. And I loved using this brick that came with the update for Realm of Magic. It's very similar. I feel like it's almost exactly the same as the one we got with Realm of Magic, except it's base game. So I think that's kind of interesting that they're so similar, if not the same, but this one was free. But I really like it. But in here you can see from Strangerville, we do have that clock painting, which I thought just had a little bit of personality. And it's not an item I use that often, so limiting myself to just base game in Strangerville made it so I would make a decision on an item that I forget exists usually, which is kind of nice. I feel like I like those items. I like a lot of stuff in Strangerville, mostly the doors and windows, which I didn't use in this build because I was going for the base game ones. But I feel like I've been thinking about those doors so much lately and I have no idea why. And I think sometime soon I'm going to have to build like a giant house using the windows and doors from Strangerville because I miss them. It's been a while. Specifically the doors. Oh my gosh, they are so pretty. Yeah, I should do that. I need to find some inspiration for that, but we shall see. Because I have too many ideas up my sleeve right now. I keep being like, oh, I should do this. But then other things pop into my head, or I get suggestions or I get ideas and I'm like, yes, let's do that. And I write it down and then it comes to do it and either it's not coming together or in the moment it doesn't sound fun. So like I've had some ideas that I'll write down every single week for like months before I actually do it because I'm like, I mean, that's a cool idea, but it doesn't sound fun right now. So we'll see when I do a family home with the Strangerville doors. They're so pretty and I feel like I need to, but I also really want to do a lot of spooky builds and I definitely have more of those coming. This was just, I wanted to do that suggestion because I was like, yeah. And it's an excuse for me to like decide to build in this area and not make a spooky build because I'm really trying hard to not make everything I make this month spooky because I've done that in the past. And I love that, but I know not everybody loves that, so I'm trying to limit it. I also don't want to burn myself out on spooky builds and then not be able to make any more, so trying to space it out a little bit, and so that's that. I have nothing else to say about that. But we're adding some curtains over in this part of the house. We have the kitchen over on this wall. It's a very tiny house. I feel like I've had a very similar layout a lot lately where the kitchen's taking up most of the space and then I have a couch against a wall and then like a shelf with the TV on it. And I actually got a question recently as to why I always use little TVs. It's because I mostly built tiny houses and they take up less space and they're also cheaper than the bigger TVs. And the small flat screen, sometimes I'll even use that in bigger houses and I'll just size it up because it's cheaper. I don't know. It's just a personal preference, I guess. But in tiny houses, they just fit a lot better. And so if you want a television in that area, it's like in that area. I don't know why I said it like that. But if you want a television in the house, it's easier to fit one that is a flat screen. And at this point, I was like, where is my red shelf? There was an update before I did this build, and I didn't re-enable my mods. Which I'm just realizing I've done other builds since this, and I still haven't re-enabled my mods. I should probably do that, because I need my red shelf. It's a very important part of my building. I need it. Like, ever since I started using that, was it this year or last year? I feel like it was earlier this year. I can't stop. It's my favorite, and, like, obviously I had to, because it was disabled, and I didn't feel like closing down the game and, like, rebooting it up to have my red shelf. I was missing it so badly. But luckily this house wasn't super cluttered anyway because it's very, very small and I wasn't trying to make it overly expensive. Like I said, it's not a starter home, but I don't think it's too expensive of a home. So having the red shelf would have made it way more expensive because I would have added so much clutter. But this house ends up being very like green and brown, which is a color scheme that I've been really digging lately. And I have another build that I did that has a lot of green and brown in it that you'll see sometime soon. I don't know why. I'm just loving green right now, which is fine. I love green. I've always loved green. But yeah, we're just finishing out the outside and then we're going to be going into screenshots. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and if you click that bell, it'll turn on notifications so you'll be notified of every single time I upload a new video. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.